Okay, everyone. So we are back again in Audacity, and now I'm going to teach you how to work on mixing tracks. Now you see these two right here. I have my track on Apple Pie, so I'll let you listen to it. It's not the best, but it's something. Different from today's pies, as they didn't contain sugar, and the pastry, coffins, generally were not meant to be eaten. The coffins were meant to be used as a container only. Sugar during the 14th century was available, but was very scarce and extremely expensive. All right, so that gives you a little sample of that. Let's put this on that on mute. Let's listen on this. So notice the wave patterns here, and also this. Now, if we play it together, it's going to be cutting it in, and you are going to need to change each of these. You might need to elevate, excuse me, you might need to elevate one of these or the other. Now, generally, I like to keep my narrations at about a negative 3.1 decibel level, which this one is. But let's listen to it together and let's understand what we need to correct for in the future. Okay. Apple pies or tarts have shown up in one form or another since the Middle Ages, 1381. 14th century pies were. So you can see here, there's still some elevation there. Now let's take this and let's normalize this. Now I did have it normalized there at 5.1, so if we normalize it there, actually undo, could re-amplify that. And if we keep, and you can experiment with this too, and nothing's going to be quite 100% though, but let's take a listen. Apple pies or tarts have shown up in one form or another since the Middle Ages, 1381. 14th century pies were very different from today's pies, as they didn't contain sugar, and the pastry, coffins, generally were not meant to be eaten. The coffins were meant to be used as a container only. Sugar during the 14th century was available, but was very scarce and extremely expensive. The following very early apple pie recipe comes by way of the Project Gutenberg. Okay, so we still have, I say we do have a good take here on this. Now let's highlight both, and here's the fun part. So we're gonna mix this, mix down to mono, mix and render is what we're gonna be doing. Now, if you're working with audiobooks and you want to add a little bit something of a classical track, or you've made your own music, this is the one I recommend more than ever. Now we can now that is also one option there, but it's not in mono, so we could, yeah, mix stereo down to mono, and there you go. So you can get it to mono too, from also the stereo as well. So just be sure of that. Now let's listen to it on the mono track. Apple pies or tarts have shown up in one form or another since the Middle Ages, 1381. So there's that. And this is going to be good for you as well. Now let's make it now also. Let's analyze this track real quickly and make sure that, yeah. So the issue here is that we are not within ACX standards on this. Now, if you're doing that, let's can come in here. We can normalize this track back to 3.1. Let's take a look here. So we're still coming in with a bit of noise here. So let's come in, let's find that issue because we're still getting a little bit of buzz around there. So let's find out where this is going wrong. Okay, so there's the issue. Here's part of the issue here. We're not starting at starting behind there and starting in between the zero 0.5 seconds and 0.01 seconds. We need to correct for that. One and another one. Let's also see what's happening on the back end there. Yeah, there's that one. And I'll go two and then join clips. And there you go. So also make sure that you have about zero 0.5 to about a second, or just keep it under a second on the end point, and you should be able to meet these standards even with the mixing of the music track and your narration track. So definitely glad I got this out for y'all. And what do you think of this video? Please leave me a like and be sure to. And I can't wait to see you all put music in your audiobooks because music does make the world a better place, believe it or not. Um, but yeah, that'll do it for this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it with everyone you know. And with that being said, take care.